Realtors are rallying the country, this time around the built environment. In simple terms, providing the setting for human activity, including homes among others. Top of the agenda, the question of affordability.
One of the biggest challenges we have in this country is cost of capital. How do you finance a project? So and bonds, it's all about raising money. I have a company, I'm a developer XYZ, I'm putting up a project in, let me use NSSF for example. They're putting up a project in Temangalo, it's affordable housing, and instead of using members' funds to finance that, they'll float a bond. But this bond will be, structured around green sustainability designs, all that. So which means even when people are subscribing, they're subscribing with that view that I may not get the best return on this bond, but because globally I'm aligned to sustainability agenda and all this, I'm willing to take maybe a slightly lower return. So when that money is put into that pool and that developer, I'm using NSSF again, is deploying that money, it's going to be cheaper.
This new cell, despite availability of some climate investment finance in the region, has got to attract investor appetite from willing public and private entities.
When we continue living with the famous or infamous slum areas and go downs in our immediate neighborhood of these executive residents and so on, and that rift, economic and lifestyle rift, remains in place, that in itself, and this is also a message to my fellow industry players, that in itself is not sustainable. So that also has to change. We've got to come down from where we are, they've got to come up from where they are, and we meet in the middle.
To this end, stakeholders are set to converge and brainstorm on delivering the desperately needed sustainability into the country's real estate sector.
So we shall be discussing how practitioners in this sector can be able to take advantage of the opportunities in East Africa and beyond. And then also another major objective is to advocate for favorable policies in the built environment sector in the East Africa region. We are going to talk about urban sprawl and its effects on the economy. We are going to focus on net zero. We are looking at green building.
How these other cities have done it is these cities are well planned. You find cities with plans of 50 years, 100 years, and we can barely implement a 5-year plan. But that is why we are calling all the players in the sector, including authorities, governments, and decision makers, to such a conference.